Ever wondered why creepypasta stories are so addictive? From ancient myths to TikTok jump scares, scary stories have haunted us for millennia. They're windows into our shared fears and expressions of the unknown. In this video, we'll journey through time, from ghost stories to digital age horror. We'll uncover why these lores terrify and fascinate us. Ready to get chills? Let's begin. Fear is one of our oldest instincts. Long before the internet, humans shared scary stories. These tales were about survival, morality, and mystery. In Mesopotamia, people believed in Lamashtu, a demon who preyed on pregnant women and infants. Ancient Egyptians feared Ammon, the devourer of souls. The Greeks gave us monsters like the Gorgons and the Minotaur. In ancient Japan, spirits called Yurei sought revenge. These stories often shared core themes: fear of the unknown and moral warnings. Scary lores were passed on orally, evolving with each generation. They helped communities cope with disease and death. So what keeps us coming back? When we're scared, our brain floods with chemicals. Scary stories let us explore death and trauma from a distance. Fear connects us. Scary stories have helped us make sense of the world. So next time you feel a chill, remember, you're part of a tradition thousands of years old. We tell scary stories not just to be frightened, but to feel alive. Before we dive into scary lores, let's consider something fascinating. Fear is universal. Haunted forests, restless spirits, shape-shifting creatures, and cursed relics. These tales tap into the same primal emotions because fear is hardwired into us. It's a survival instinct, a way for our ancestors to stay alert to real dangers. Scary lores grew from these fears, taking shape as warnings and explanations. Whether whispered or shared in the dark, these stories cross borders and generations, evolving with every retelling. They taught caution and respect. So before we explore the myths and legends of the past, remember, the urge to tell scary stories is something we all share. As time marched forward, scary lores transformed and traveled, adapting to each new era. In the Middle Ages, chilling tales fueled legends of witches, werewolves, and haunted castles. With the invention of the printing press, these stories spread faster than ever. The 19th century gave birth to Gothic literature, where the likes of Frankenstein and Dracula haunted readers' imaginations. The silver screen brought monsters to life, from silent film phantoms to the slasher icons of modern horror. Each generation added its own twist, reflecting the anxieties of the times. From whispered myths to blockbuster movies, the evolution of scary lores shows how these stories continue to adapt and survive. They're living, breathing reflections of what we fear most, shaped by the world around us. But why do we love scary lores? The answer lies deep within our minds. Fear is a survival mechanism. In a safe setting, it becomes thrilling. Scary stories let us confront anxieties from a distance, giving us a sense of control. Whether through ghost stories, urban legends, or horror films, we relieve stress. In our modern world, scary lores serve as a release valve for collective anxieties. These tales adapt to reflect our current fears. Scary lores remind us that fear is something we crave, explore, and even enjoy together. To understand scary lores, we must travel back to their origins. Ancient myths and legends. Long before horror movies, people explained dangers through stories whispered in torchlit caves. Ancient Mesopotamia had tales of demons, while Egyptians told of spirits crossing the Nile. Greek myths warned of vengeful gods. These weren't just bedtime stories. They explained famine, disease, and disaster. Each culture's monsters reflected its deepest anxieties. Fear of the dark became tales of shadowy creatures. fear of strangers spawned stories of witches. These ancient lores were survival guides, teaching lessons about respect. Today's horror still echoes these ancient myths. The monsters may have changed, but the primal fears remain. As civilization advanced, so did the ways we captured our fears. Terrifying stories found new life in literature and art. Medieval manuscripts brimmed with demons and nightmarish beasts. Gothic novels transformed ancient fears into timeless characters. Artists channeled the macabre, creating haunting images. Francisco Goya's black paintings gave form to the unspeakable. In Japan, woodblock prints depicted yokai. In Europe, tapestries immortalized tales of saints battling demons. These works preserved the collective anxieties of their time. Even today, scary lores influence everything from horror novels to digital art. Through every medium, humanity's oldest terrors are reborn. Scary lores found new life on the silver screen. Early cinema transformed fears into moving shadows, allowing audiences to experience terror in new ways. Silent film classics like Nosferatu brought nightmares to life. With each technological leap, filmmakers reinvented legends. Television and digital streaming made these stories more accessible. Whether it's Japanese spirits or American monsters, scary lores have become a universal language. Through film and media, legends now reach millions. Scary lores continue to adapt. Why do scary lores grip us? Psychologists suggest these tales are a safe way to control. Experiencing horror through stories, films, or games lets us explore the unknown without fear of danger. This triggers our scary lore. Sharing ghost stories, watching horror movies. These tales often reflect our cultural anxiety. Ultimately, scary lores endure because they help us understand what it means to be human. They offer a dark mirror, inviting us to look inward. As we look to the future, the world of scary lores is evolving in fascinating ways. With the rise of technology, new platforms are emerging for these age-old tales. From chilling podcasts and viral internet creepypastas to immersive virtual reality horror experiences, scary lores are finding fresh ways to haunt our imaginations. Artificial intelligence is even generating its own spine-tingling stories, blurring the line between human creativity and machine-made nightmares. Social media allows urban legends to spread faster than ever before, transforming local myths into global phenomena overnight. But while the methods of storytelling may change, the heart of scary lores remains the same. They continue to reflect our deepest fears and adapt to the anxieties of each new generation. Whether it's the terror of the unknown in a digital world, or age-old nightmares reimagined for modern times. One thing is certain, as long as there are mysteries to explore and shadows to confront, scary lores will endure, shape-shifting to fit the times, yet always reminding us of the darkness and the light within us all. No more. Be more.